Well, I'm Kirk Simonson. I am a friend of the podcast host, and a little bit about me. I am a 46-year-old man about the land. I am a father of two daughters. That is my most significant job. And then I am an electrical contractor, so I do construction work. And here I am on a podcast for the first time.
How does it feel?
It feels good.
Are you nervous a little bit?
I wouldn't say nervous, but more eager, interested
Right.
to find out how a forced conversation goes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Just like a little bit unfamiliar territory, right?
yeah, a little bit unfamiliar. So, yeah, expanding on myself. Um, yeah, we focus a lot on who we are by what we do, but yes, I do. A lot of my time is spent running my business, Pentec Energy, and we perform construction projects in the industrial, institutional, and commercial sectors, I guess. We wire anything that's made out of concrete and steel. We don't do anything in the wood frame market. Um, and then we also perform civil work. So civil, electrical, trenching operations, and then more specific to that, airfield. So we do and install electrical systems on airfields, runway lighting, taxiway lighting, airfield signage, approach lighting systems, which involves a lot of digging. So it's civil slash airfield electrical.
Mm.
Yeah, and I'm the general manager, and I oversee all parts of that: project management, estimating, accounting, marketing. You know the drill.
Everything.
Yeah,
Hiring.
hiring, firing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess another piece of that. Once hired you, didn't fire you.
No.
Uh,
COVID fired me.
COVID, COVID had a hand in that. Yeah, certainly. That was we during that era of time. So from that was March 2020. We had in the company like 43 people working. And within 3 months from March 2020, we were down to 9
Mm.
in the company. Those are strange times. And we've kind of just forgotten about them. I have.
Right.
It comes to mind every once in a while. Yeah.
It was odd. It was because when on that project I was on, it kind of just like slowly grew. Like I was kind of one of the first ones put on that project when you started hiring people,
Yeah.
and then just like kind of grew, and then there's like all these different crews, and then all of a sudden, see
Yeah.
ya.
See ya.
Things got weird on site too.
They
It was just
did.
like
Yeah.
it
They
just
did get weird.
yeah,
I guess no one knew what was going
right.
on,
That was
right?
the most thing. Just a lot of confusion,
Fear and
fear.
uncertainty.
Yeah,
It sounded like 1 in 3 people was going to pass away.
right.
That's heavy to start contemplating that as a reality.
Right.
Yeah. I remember Dave called me there the one day and was like, he was rattled, I could tell, but like, no one's doing any work. Everyone's freaked out. I'm like, hey, pack up the tools, come
Mhm.
home. Let's maybe have a chat and let everyone, yeah, let's have a town hall. Try to get a handle on what's going on. But we survived.
Yeah.
Yeah, we survived. Survived to live another day and get to a pro fight.
Yeah. Yeah. How was that?
Well, that was I mean, the experience for me as a fan was great. Like the production of it all, the vibe,
Right.
that was cool.
Yeah.
I guess I've been to one other professional fight, which was at the Dunes like 4 years ago, 5 years, maybe pre-COVID.
Yeah.
Anyway, so this one, yeah, it was just neat. The title fight, the women,
Right.
they can smack.
Yeah. Did you stay for all the fights?
Yes. Yeah. Stayed for all 3. Got there just before yours.
Mm,
The last amateur fight was just finishing. Yeah, so good timing because yeah, we were running. It was Harlow's birthday,
right.
my daughter's birthday on Saturday, so we had a bunch of kids running around the yard and a whole lot of work.
And you came and watched some fights.
Yeah, yeah. So how was it? I
It was honestly wild because like for amateur, like I never ever got nervous.
Yeah.
And then for this one, I thought I would be more nervous,
Mhm.
and I wasn't. I felt fine until about 10 minutes before walking out. It's like it all came at me at once. And I was just like, holy smoke, this is wild. And then when I went out, how loud it got was kind of like caught me off guard. Like how much support I had there. And it was just so loud. And I was just like looking at everyone. I was like, wow, this is wild.
Yeah, I've often wondered how fighters before a big any any match, but big fights, when it's like 5 minutes to walk out and you're sitting in that room, like, what's it like? What's the thought process? What's the mental game doing?
Hmm.
Well, you did very well. You walked out very well. Yeah,
Thank you.
yeah,
I felt good in there too. Like that's what I was wondering. Like, am I gonna get more tired than usual? Is like the adrenaline are my
adrenaline
legs
dump.
gonna get messed up from this? But honestly, after the first round, when I walk, I never sit down between rounds. I always just
I noticed
stand.
that.
Um, but Vicky asked me, do you want me to bring a stool in? Like, because pros sit
Yes,
just because it's longer. You
yes,
want to give your legs a rest. And I said, well, I'll decide after the first round. I'll see how I feel.
yeah,
And after the first round, I felt fine. I felt like I had so much energy still. My legs were fine, and I was kind of controlling it. So they brought in the stool, and I just said, I don't need it. So I did stand between rounds, and honestly, I felt like after the fight was done, I felt like I could have done 4 more rounds. To be honest, it's just like a different pace. It's like a slower pace. You're not throwing as much punches, but you're throwing more hard punches.
yeah,
So the combos you do throw are like hard, but you're only throwing two, three, four shots. Whereas amateurs kind of like go, 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 touch, 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 because that's how it's scored.
yeah, you're looking for points.
But if you're touching in pro, they don't even count that as any like if it's not a significant strike, they don't even count it. So
Mhm.
it's just like so
So
it
why
was
don't you sit down?
like I just don't sit down. Well, like I feel like when I spar, I don't sit down.
Yeah,
So in my mind, I'm like, why would I add this step, this thing that I never do? Why would I do it just for this? Why wouldn't I want to mimic how I'm training as much as I can? So it's like I never sit down when I spar.
mhm,
So it's like if I added this thing, would it make it more would it make me more like why would I add this step in that I never do? And I don't know. It just makes me feel more natural. It's
yeah,
like,
you're used to that process.
yeah,
So at any time, at any point in that fight, like, did you feel your confidence came at you, or was it always there, or was there a point in time where you thought, "Oh, I got this"?
yeah. On it, there's a couple moments. Honestly, when I
When the
saw
mouth guard went to row 6?
that was nice. But like when I saw because I actually I've sparred him before. I've
Oh,
sparred
okay,
him a couple times, and it was he honestly it was harder sparring him than that fight was because he was more aggressive.
okay.
Um, So that kind of was caught me off. So clearly the nerves of everything got to him.
Mhm.
Uh
'Cause it was also his debut.
right.
Yeah.
So I thought there was gonna be a lot more like fighting in the center, like just from sparring, because that's kind of how it went. We went at each other a couple times, but I never really got to that. So when I saw how nervous he looked and then kind of how it was affecting him, that was a confidence boost. And then also in the second round, I think it was, he did get me with a clean shot. And I remember thinking in my head, well, that's not hard enough to really do anything. If there's no way that would hurt me or drop me.
Yeah.
So I think I'm fine. So then like a mix between seeing how nervous he was and then taking a big shot from him and like it didn't hurt. Both those things were good confidence boosters. And then just slowly seeing his energy going down and seeing his like take those big breaths and see his confidence and especially when he did throw those combos and none of them landed, I could see he was like, oh, like I just gave everything for this combo and not one of them connected. And I could see like the defeat already before the fight was over.
What round did that mouth guard go? Round 4?
Or three maybe.
Yeah.
I think end of the third. Yeah, that was sweet.
That was very sweet. 'Cause I was maybe halfway no, second row from the back on the walkout aisle there, and, yeah, I saw the shot, and then I saw his head go, and I see this thing go flying. I'm like, "Oh, that was the mouth guard." And then I'm like, "Did he spit it out? Is he looking for a little bit of a breather here? Is he strategic?" Yeah, that was very neat, actually.
Yeah, I can't wait I still haven't seen the actual footage of like I just have a copy that my cousin recorded, but I can't wait to watch like the in-ring footage. The guy who was right up there filming to kind of see some of the stuff close up.
Then when the announcement was coming, how confident were you?
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
I
you
felt
knew
like
it?
I felt like I won every round.
Yeah.
I felt like there wasn't even like a minute of any round that he won. I felt like I was like in full control. Um,
Yeah, you were moving forward the whole fight.
I felt like I just used my jab very well too, like just body head.
Yeah, you were going low.
Anytime he did come forward, I could kind of stop him in his tracks. He was very good at getting out of the way of like the power shot. It was almost like I could never land that one clean. It was like he would turn or he'd step to the side or he'd get an arm in the way. It's like if I threw like three punches, it was like I would land the first two, and then that third one that I was kind of putting everything into is the one where he would just get out of the way. And I was like, dang it. uh and like with his height and his reach, like he could just get his arms in the way or grab me at the right time.
So when did you spar him or have sparred him?
Well, he was helping me get ready for the guy I was supposed to fight.
Yeah.
So I've been training with this guy Hunter Lee. He's the Canadian champ MMA.
Yeah.
He's my size. So he's just like a really high level guy who's my size. And then he said, "Hey, there's a guy at my gym, a newer guy from Iran who did a lot of boxing in Iran. You should come and spar him and he can help you get ready." So then I've been going over to their gym once or twice a month to get some rounds in and he was kind of the guy I would do rounds with. Uh
'Cause what happened to the original match?
he didn't pass the drug test.
Oh,
Yeah.
so when did you find that out?
Like 3 days before the fight.
Oh,
So like super fortunate that he even stepped up on that short of notice. Um so that's very I'm very grateful because I thought I wasn't gonna fight.
so how did that work? Like, are you calling him or who
Well,
decides?
yeah, I was calling gyms. Gary was calling gyms, just to see if anyone had somebody who and yeah, and he said he would do it. So
Oh, so it was close to being a bust?
yeah,
Oh, I never knew that part of it.
yeah,
Yeah.
real close.
Yeah,
Um,
because when I saw the pro debut, I'm thinking, "Oh, I thought you would fight someone with, like, 30 fights."
yeah, that was yeah. He got his testosterone levels were high.
Oh,
Yeah, so but it all worked out. And then there's another event in October at Dakota Dunes.
your second fight?
Uh, hopefully it's not official, but um, thinking maybe. And that would be nice because then I could do that one and then do one more maybe in December.
Mhm.
Would be nice.
So is Gary Kopis a promoter as well as a
He is
club?
now.
Yeah. Has he done other pro fights, like, put together a card?
No, that was his first time.
Oh, yeah.
So that's why he's like, well, maybe I could do one in October now that like I've learned, I've like kind of seen what to do, what not to do. This one will hopefully be easier.
Yeah.
Uh, so
Well, he'd sell 1 ticket to me.
you
Let
already
him
got
know.
one sold. Yeah,
Yeah, you'd have a paying customer.
that'd be it'd be a smaller venue than Prairieland, obviously, but it'd be it'd be wicked. I think
And then the other part of the story you did run a marathon
2 weeks before my fight. Heck
and
yeah,
finished. You made it to the finish line.
yeah. Yep.
Well, congratulations on both of those feats.
Thank you, thank you.
No, that's well deserved.
Yeah, and thanks for coming, man.
Mhm.
Thanks for the support. That's like the that was a big part. Like just seeing all that support, like that was exciting.
Yeah. Ran in, sat down. We just found some seats, sat, look over, it's Cass, 4 seats down.
Hammered.
Yeah. Like, "Cass, Cass." Yeah. Spoke to her briefly.
Yeah.
Oh, I also saw
Cheers.
Brittany.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
wicked.
those are the 2 OGs from the gym I ran into.
Yeah,
Yeah. There's a lot of people there.
yeah.
Yeah.
Sold a lot. Yeah, it's a the thing about pro too is like sanctioning it costs lots of money. So it's like
Oh,
so you kind of like for Gary, it's like you start just like in a deficit almost. So that's the part that he wants to figure out beforehand. Cause not like amateur where because amateurs just all volunteers, right? It
yeah,
just
so the
doesn't
sanctioning, you have to bring the officials in,
right.
and you have to pay them,
Exactly.
and they come from across the country.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's the thing. And all the work, right? You're paying for the hours for the right everything that's going into it. And then the fighters too. Their hotels, their travel, their
Yeah.
purse, their coaches, their so it's just like a ton of upfront money that you need. Um, and that's the tricky part.
What were the purses?
I don't know exactly,
Like, what kind of money was being won?
like like tens of thousands, you know. It's nothing like hundreds of thousands, but still, it's significant, you know. So that's where things can get tricky, you know, and that's why not many people put on cards here, right? Because you do need support,
It's a financial issue.
right? So Gary had some good sponsorships
Yeah,
that
so
really
he
helped
goes
out with
out,
him,
finds a bunch of sponsors
right?
that are willing to support the event,
Yeah,
sells the tables,
right.
sells the admission.
Yeah, and it's like if he can get some sponsorships before the fight, then at least he's not starting in a negative, you know? Um, and that's kind of like this one was kind of last minute. He didn't plan it far enough ahead. So he was like stressed, like he started stressing, you
Yeah.
know? So if he can kind of get that buffer on his next one and kind of like doesn't have to be so stressful. But it's just like learning that, you know. Even for me, like it's not like I know anything about that. So just talking with Gary, like really got to learn about what that process looks like.
Because previously the Gary and Copus, they've coordinated, you like events, but not a pro.
Just amateur.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it was very cool. Like, that whole I thought it was very well done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought so too. Really cool. So hopefully, like, it'd be cool now that he's, hopefully he gets good enough at it that he can do 2 or 3 a year. Then we don't have to travel I won't have to travel all the time, you know? And there's lots of local boxers that are pro right now
Yeah,
from Saskatoon. You know,
there's quite a few.
yeah, like Eric, one of the guys who cornered me. He's an MMA guy, but he's done boxing. He has won boxing fights, so like he would bring in. I have a couple bare knuckle boxers who would do pro boxing as well. Um, and then Logan too coming back. He's from here. And then I had another girl. She trains in Calgary now. Her name is Vanessa. She's 3-0 pro boxer right now, so she could come fight at home. Um, I think there's enough people to like do it on a regular basis.
Yeah.
And then you can like wake up at home and fight.
So you're still running 2 training sessions a day. That Are you training in one of them? Is that where you find your time? Because you do a lot of things.
Yeah, too much things probably. I'm like, I just say yes to everything. But I try and be done training by, holy smokes,
Thunderbanger.
wild.
Yeah.
I try and be done my training by lunch. I usually do both my sessions in the morning. Sometimes with my class, but sometimes I'll just train with Cass, or I'll do a one on one with Eric, or um, if I train in the evening, it's usually like running. I'll go for a run at night. But or sometimes I'll go and spar with Vicky's guys. I'll go spar with Graham's guys. But for the most part, like probably 90% of my trainings in the morning.
Yeah.
I'll do something at like 6 a.m. and then do something again at like 10 a.m., something like that.
So you're gonna keep pursuing that pro career?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it would be nice. It'd be nice to fight for a Canadian title, before uh the guy who's the Canadian champ right now. Uh, I could beat him.
Think so?
I've fought him in amateur. I beat him every round. He's strong. I think I could outbox him. He has more experience, and we haven't fought in a while, so obviously he's gotten better. But
So for that, how do you think he would accept, like, take a fight with you, or
I think so.
yeah?
He's not one of the like he's not he's a fighter. Like there's a lot of people that like pick and choose and things like that. He's asked me to fight again before.
Oh, yeah.
Uh, he's like a friend of mine.
Mhm.
Like I have no ill will towards him. We've trained lots together. We've sparred lots
So you'd
together.
struggle to sell the fight in your, press conference.
I don't think so.
Is that part of it? Yeah,
I
I
don't
missed
know.
the press conference,
Not
yours.
yet. That press conference was pretty nice. Everyone was nice, respectful.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
'Cause it's all part of the game, right?
I mean, like I guess it depends. Like w- I feel like we're not in a situation to that it matters right now. You know, uh, it's not like we're talking about hundreds of thousands of dollars. You know, and Nike sponsorships and things like that. We're just small town right now. Logan though, like he's 10-0 Canadian champ, so he's kind of getting to that. Where he's gonna get some big fights pretty soon.
And he has to do the media part.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah, that's, I when I watch those press conferences where there's all the heat, right?
yeah, yeah,
And
yeah,
then I'm contemplating how much of this is acting, how much of this is real beef,
yeah,
right? I remember specifically that Mayweather Logan Paul when I mean, they're going around many cities for their pressers, right?
yeah. You're trying to sell the fight, right?
Yeah,
It's like, it's a show.
it's a show. It is show
Yeah,
business. Yeah, and you're drawing attention to it.
yeah. You just want people to tune in, right? Whether they like you or they hate you, they're gonna tune in.
So, did you tune into this White House card?
Yeah,
Yeah, checked it out. I didn't.
it was wild. It was
Yeah,
nuts. Very good.
but there was a lot of attention to that. I
Yeah.
mean, you drag combat sports into politics, right? Politics is the most divisive thing, really, seemingly in this day and age. But I wonder what the numbers were on that. Do you know the numbers on it,
I
or
think they broke pretty much every record.
yeah,
Yeah,
of people tuning in?
insane. Um, for tuning in, even like attendance, there's like 80,000 people there. It's
So one
just
of these guys made an announcement post fight with Joe Rogan that the previous first lady was actually a male. So this has become somewhat of a hot topic debate in our home, at my home. Yeah,
yeah,
where right, and I haven't done my own research. What kind of research can I do, right? But I'm thinking, well, I'm a bit skeptical, not even a bit, like quite a bit,
yeah.
that this level of deception could have occurred. You follow, right?
Yeah.
Because I have a conspiratorial geared mind, like
Right.
I like since COVID, right? I've just been starting to like, hey, I think I've been like blindly accepting things that prior maybe I should have put a bit of my own
Yeah.
thought into or research. I think the internet. Wow, it's raining hard.
It's going out there.
Yeah. But anyway, this has been the most recent.
And this isn't one of them, eh? Is that,
Well, this is one of the conspiracies
I
that.
mean, like not one of the ones you get behind.
No, I don't. I just don't.
Yeah.
Right. I think that like.
I didn't realize that his comment turned into a big debate.
Well, it must have been something prior.
Right. That he's seen and that's why he said it kind of thing.
Yeah, I don't know if that was I had heard of the conspiracy or the theory that uh, is it Bridget Macron, is it the prime minister or president of France? His wife was previously a man or was
Mm,
born a male. Because this podcaster in the U.S., Candace Owens, has been pounding that drum, and then
right.
there
Yeah,
was
she's going off, eh?
about that guy being that woman, the first woman of France being a man.
She's been going off on a lot of things.
Has she?
Yeah.
I'm not sure, but
I
yeah,
always see her online just saying stuff.
well, I think these conspiracy minded people are that just really don't take anything. Like
Right.
it's raining.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Is it?
Do we know that for
Yeah.
sure?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Right?
I know what you mean. Yeah.
Or, was this cloud seeded?
Right. There's
Yeah.
like they're trying to look for anything they can
Yeah.
compared to like having like a healthy suspicion, you know?
Anyway, they play an important role
Right.
in, I
Yeah.
guess, raising awareness to the fact that probably should question things
Yeah.
or at least try to apply our own
I,
level of reasoning.
I know I definitely question things since COVID too. Like
Yeah.
that's kind of where I was like, things are kind of weird. And then I always thought it was weird how we talk about other countries doing that, hiding information, choosing what's on the media. You know, when we think of uh well lots of different countries, and then I'm like, well, why wouldn't we be doing that too? You know, like probably maybe every country's doing that to an extent, and some are more than others. But it's like, yeah, why wouldn't we be doing that
Of
too?
course. I
Right?
mean, yeah, it's a democracy. Yeah, it's a like free country or, the Western world, call it, has this freedom as a citizen. But you got to think, I mean, it's pretty reasonable to expect that the governing power would attempt to influence what the people are thinking, especially about them or the things they're doing.
Right.
They're going to spin it
Yeah.
however they can.
Especially if you're in a leader, like I heard somebody once describe like if you have power, like you want like they were comparing it to like their home. Like nobody runs their home. Like everyone runs their home like a dictatorship,
Yep, 100%.
right? So it's like, why wouldn't you? It's like only when you don't have power do you not want it to be a dictatorship, you know? But it's like it's not like the people in your house are voting. It's like you tell your kids what to do, when to do it, who like if it's your home, you run it like a dictatorship. So it's like, but then when you don't have the power somewhere, now you want it to be a vote, you know? And they compared that to the government. You know, it's like you want the control, like you want the control, right? You want to control people, you want them to listen, and you want them to think there's more freedom than there is, maybe. So I think about that often.
It's
It's
actually a recommended parenting technique with children
dictatorship.
to give them the illusion of choice.
I see.
And not even really and it's very effective.
Right.
Um, okay. I'm just thinking of some examples that I've seen firsthand, and it works. Where okay, Harlow, you need to go. It's now bedtime, right? That's a very for her a very valid reason to put up resistance, to resist authority. So then you say, hey, do you want to do you want me to give you a piggyback to your bedroom, or do you want to race me to the bedroom?
Mm,
And then now she has a choice, and she makes a decision, but you got her up to the bedroom and to get started to get ready for bed,
right.
and it works.
Right. Yeah, that's actually a good.
That was some parenting tip that
Yeah.
came into our home.
I think I
Sam would have brought
remember
that.
Demi saying that too. Like instead of like, do you want to finish eating, or you say, do you want an apple, or do you want to? You give them the options.
Yeah, you give them some choice.
Yeah, that's like, yeah, that.
It's a parenting hack, that one. There's many.
I think that's a. I think that's just a leadership tactic, you know? Because even like these leadership books that I read, that's what it talks about, right? To make the people you're leading feel like they're competent, like they're valued, like they're making decisions, like they're contributing, right? And I think that principle goes everywhere,
Yeah.
from parenting to owning a business to boxing to coaching sports to government.
Yeah. So they got to give us an illusion of choice and freedom
Yeah,
with the elections every 4 years.
right. And they're all hanging out or
Yeah,
something.
sure. They do what they want to do.
Yeah. It's funny how often people, because I'm not, I like politics. Like, I like the psychology of it. Like, I like, just like hearing about it. But like, I don't really partake, you know? Like, I'm
Yeah.
not invested. I'm not, and the amount of like people that are just like, what? You don't know what's going on? I'm just like, I don't know what's going on. It's just like, I honestly feel like whoever wins, I'm gonna be okay.
Yeah. Certainly there's an element of some level it's not really something you can control. So why let it disturb you?
Right.
Or why let it, yeah, because you can get quite disturbed, let's say, with what the government is doing. I think it's pretty important to keep tabs on what's happening. Although I have also contemplated where it's like, hey, I could just ignore it. If it starts to get really serious and like maybe I need to take action in a certain way because what the government is doing, like I'll probably hear about it
Yeah.
because people will be talking about it so much. Because I've had eras in my life certainly where I've gotten quite wrapped up in, especially through the Trump eras,
Mhm.
the campaigns. It was just, I mean, it was half entertain, three quarters entertainment, and then just genuine interest in how the political culture was changing, or the political landscape
And so divisive that you couldn't not get sucked in a little bit at least,
at all.
you
Yeah,
know?
very, I mean, pretty impactful to us as Canadians. There was a That was a pretty profound shift away from, yeah, on the political spectrum. I also sometimes think it doesn't really make a difference to just talking. But yeah, policies that come through can have pretty big impact on your life.
Yeah. Peop And I don't know if maybe just because 'cause I'm maybe more unaware than I even know I am, but since I haven't noticed it.
You haven't noticed what?
People being in, like, here in Canada, like, depending on who won, it changing my life significantly.
I
Like,
probably couldn't say that either. Like in
yeah,
my whole life, I mean, here in the province, it's been two pretty different political parties in theory. Could I identify how my life was changed significantly? Probably not. I would counter though the pr- in my whole adult life, it's mostly been the steady progression away from what was a socialist ruling party for decades,
right.
or pretty consistently as the NDP government. And I think I think I know there's a lot like how things were, say in the 50s, 60s, 70s, and the opportunity for people and young people, I think could be attributed to the government or the governing
Mhm.
policies. But how much of that was just the natural progression of things, and how much credit do you actually give to the governing party? It's so hard to say.
Right. It's a good point.
Yeah. Like you think if the world needs certain things that the province has, is the government's policy around how that stuff can get extracted and sold affected that much by their policy? I just don't know enough to comment on that.
It's confusing for me too because even when even so if one party does something good or great and shifts, then it's like they'll be like, "Yeah, but the party before started that like." So then it's like, "Okay,
Like the wheels were in motion already.
right."
Yeah.
So now the credit's going over to this party, but then it's like, so what if that happened anyways? No matter who got elected, that because it's never like this person did that only.
Mm.
Like he made that or her. It's always like, yeah, but, and then it's like, are they saying that to be just to put doubt in that person, or is that, or maybe it would have just happened like you said, it would have just been the natural progression. So that's where it's like, it's just like too. There's too much I don't know to like really get involved. So I'm just like, I'm just gonna make sure that we're doing okay, so that whichever route this place goes, like I'm adaptable and I can still live a good life.
Exactly. Because I find when I tune out of the news, well, I just tune out of like, I don't have time or I've just lost interest and I tune out of it completely. My life isn't changed other than I'm not thinking about
Right.
the Strait of Hormuz.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
What the heck are they doing over there?
Yeah.
Because you think, how long? Well, first, I mean, how long we've been on this rock, spinning around trying to do things? 10 billion years, 9 billion years, right? How many iterations of this has gone through?
Right.
That opens a can of worms. But I think about like just like 100 years ago, 200 years ago, and the access to this information about what's going on in the world, you don't really know, or at least you don't know about it for a long time, and how that's affected us. Like, how has that affected us? Right? When our phone is dinging and you're getting this news feed, all this this information keeps coming at you, coming at you, coming at you all day, every day. Eventually, it seems like you start running out of storage space for that information. And okay, mental health, right? We live in this society we have access to food and water and shelter and safety, security and jobs and luxuries beyond anything that anyone's experienced in history, right? We can buy anything we want with our phone and get it delivered to our door almost. But everyone's anxious, depressed, right? Those numbers are up and there's unrest. Simpler. Right? I don't know, is it in all the information coming at us? We can't, right? Social media is creating an image of what your life should be like. So you feel all the pressures of that
Mm. Comparing
comparison.
when nobody was connected, it's just all you knew. So you weren't comparing. This is life.
Yeah, we've probably always been comparing, probably. Like, what's the neighbor up to?
Because I heard somewhere that like when you think of like depression and even suicide, r- it's someone worded it like uh how did they say it? It's like it's pretty much like the rich. It's a luxury of the rich to be depressed and have suicide high numbers. Places where there's no rich people, there's also no depression and no suicide, or very low numbers. It's like you said, it's like yeah, it's like I don't know what that is or what that means, but it's like places where maybe they don't have cell phones, they're not connected to anyone, and they're just living seem to be the happiest,
Yeah.
no matter how difficult their situation is. It just is kind of thing.
Yeah, I read an article in the many years ago about this person had done the research and tracked. I don't know if it was globally or what the area of this, but it was environmental causes in correlation to the economic cycle, where it was the birth of certain environmental causes correlated with the when the economy was good. It was like this was the birth time of the acid rain movement or the save the whales
Mm,
movement or the plastics in the ocean movement. When people are comfortable and secure, they then find problems.
mm.
struggles,
Yeah.
causes to fight against.
That's interesting, eh?
Yeah, it's very
Because sometimes
interesting.
I feel like that's what our economy is. It's just a walking make work project. It's like we have it so good that we have to create things to fight about, to, like, yeah. It's hard to even know like what's real anymore, you know? It'd be interesting to see if you took our economy, our society, and then you moved it to like a simple like and just see how many problems go away, you know?
Yeah, where there every day there it was a struggle to operate, or like there was a significant amount of work you needed to do just to get by, or just to survive or maintain
Right.
your survival.
Yeah.
When you had to chop some wood, or you had to at least source that, get that, make sure you have enough of it, some food,
Mhm.
maintain your shelter. Yeah, man. When I think about, right, you can buy a car. I remember that one here, and you can go order a car, like just almost anything. Right, you just order it. Skip the dishes, just that food delivery to your door. Tap, tap, tap.
Mm,
I mean, it's even easier than having to call for pizza.
right.
And young, like I think of my daughters, right, and the teenage one. So that's just how that's what reality is. This is how reality works. We get what we need on this.
Yeah.
And,
Even for myself, because I don't even go grocery shopping anymore.
yeah,
I
Costco
get I
delivers to our
I get it
place.
delivered. I'm like,
Oh, yeah, and it's highly like, it's kinda worth it.
yeah, it is. Definitely.
And I guess if you're putting the time gained
Right. Somewhere.
somewhere good, then
Yeah.
okay, guess you can be more efficient,
Right.
right? You got AI editing your podcast now, so
Heck yeah.
don't need to do that. But I would say you're making pretty good use of your time. Time management, that is something that I've been working on myself. I
Mhm.
recently started very intentionally using my Outlook calendar to schedule out my days,
Mm,
and my work blocks and, yeah, my meetings, yeah, and I put together a plan. I try to do the old 3 priority items per day, right? Just keep it I've always kept a running priority list, but again, getting more intentional about it. I'm like, ignore the noise.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had to do that too.
Yeah, well, it came to a point, it was like, I'm missing things, I'm like,
Yeah, canceling on people, double
yeah, and like,
booking.
yeah, and then I'm like, "Okay, I have to get this."
Yeah. And Demi linked ours together.
Yeah.
So that's huge too.
We also recently got a family calendar
Mm.
synced, right? So now the whole family schedule is in there.
Yeah,
And
that's so beneficial, man.
yeah,
I
and it's
already
right
know.
where you come in the door and you can check, and then I can put stuff in it and look at it right on my phone.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
the way. That's the way. Because otherwise, like, if you were like, hey, let's go for coffee, uh, Saturday, 10 a.m. If I didn't put that in my calendar within like 5 minutes, there's no way I'm showing up to that. There's no way I would remember until you gave me that text. Are you coming?
Yeah. Yeah, no, we got it. There's a lot of going back to all this information coming at you. Like there's a lot of things going on in everyone's life to navigate.
Yeah.
I mean, just I guess kids are a little young for that yet, but getting into the, like, children's activities and sports, that becomes
Wild.
yeah, it does. It like, trying to schedule that all out and then try yeah, just inserting all the other parts of your time commitments into that and how you prioritize, like, that's a struggle.
What do your kids play?
Uh, gymnastics and cheerleading.
Oh, I
So,
heard cheerleading's intense.
yeah, it is. Like, gymnastics is as well. They're 2 very different sport I mean, very similar in they do that tumbling, but they're very 2 different the gyms are very different, I guess, should we say. Like, in cheerleading, yeah, like, my older daughter was in cheerleading or sorry, gymnastics up until a year ago. She was training 3 days a week, 3 hours. It was 9 hours a week commitment.
Mm,
Yeah, and then cheer's a little less intense, like, for the what is it, 2 twice a week? Maybe it's 2.5 hours they train.
2.5 hours.
Yeah, it's also incredibly expensive.
Oh, yeah,
The travel part of it, right? These competitions are I mean, they go into the US and
that's cool.
yeah. Yeah, but it's been gymnastics and now recently cheerleading. I've been trying to influence my younger daughter, who's 5, towards hockey,
Mm,
and
which is probably the most intense.
yeah, and of course, and that's right. I guess I'm probably selfishly trying to push her that way because
Yeah, yeah.
that's a sport I've enjoyed my whole life, and but she's very adamantly saying no. She is, like, very like, so it's become a bit of a thing with me and her, like, it's
Yeah.
almost, like, a joking thing now.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
"Carlo, you gonna try out for hockey next year?" "No, dad, I'm not."
Don't answer now.
Yeah,
That's so funny.
but yeah, that,
How when you think about, Pentec,
yeah,
did you have Pentec before you were a father?
yes, for many years,
Okay.
yeah.
So how did that change?
Well, my available time
Yeah.
in fact, yeah, just my time availability, and then, right prior to having kids, my time at work was never interrupted
Mm,
by a responsibility that I had something to do with children, right? Like, oh, I have to take this child to an appointment, or I have to go get them from school, or I have to take them to school, or I have to quit work early because I need to get them to the gym, or that all of that was non-existent. And I actually think about when I started Pentec, like if I would have had a family, I probably wouldn't have been able to put like, the level of time and grind I did in the early years
right.
wouldn't have been conducive at all to a good family.
Mm.
It's like your available time. I mean,
So when you had your first, you kinda had the foundation built?
yes,
Yeah.
yes, yeah, uh, yeah, because that was 5 years ago. Harlow came along. I met Zoe when she was 9, so it was that's 6 years ago.
Mm.
Yeah. So leading up, like over half of my Pentec career was no kids. I mean, for 3 years, I lived in the office. I leased an industrial bay, very similar to this actually. Like this is probably like 1700 square, 1700 square feet. And I had a small office in the front. And there was 3 offices. I converted one of them to a bedroom and put a futon in there and I lived in there for 3 years. So my office was my bedroom was here, my office was there, so I could stay at my desk till 10, 11, midnight, right? And I just walk, go to bed. So it was efficient. It was very efficient from time management. And then now, of course, my office is at my home, so my commute is across the back lawn
Right.
to the office. So there's also yeah, it's very efficient. And
So
but yeah.
what made you go in the direction of business ownership instead of just working for a business?
Well, my I grew up around it. So my father was an electrical contractor,
Mm,
small town electrical contractor. So I grew up around, right, going to work with him, and that's what I knew, right? It was
yeah,
like,
yeah, yeah.
this is how it's done, and I always had a vision of taking over his business and then growing it or taking it another step. That was always my vision. And then I decided to start my own business. So when I got my journeyman's ticket, I went and worked in the uranium mines. So the Cameco uranium mines,
Mm,
mostly. Did that for like 5 years, 4 or 5 years. I knew that wasn't my career. I knew that I wasn't gonna spend half my life in the bush, but it was very good money to earn as an electrician. And, one day, my father called me at work and said, "Hey, there's this grocery store there's this new grocery store they're building in town, and, like, maybe you should bid on it, put in a bid to do the electrical work." So I said, "Yeah, absolutely, done." I gave my notice to my boss that day, said, "Okay, I'm done now. I'm gonna be done up here," and I went and, that's how I got started. S Bid on that job, got the job, did the job with my father's company, did a few more projects, and then what it was my brothers started moving home. They had gone off, moved out of our hometown and gone to seek their fortunes, and they were starting to get married and settle down. They were coming back, and they were starting to work as in my father's business as well, and what I realized was that it wasn't that there was no conflict, like, we all worked well together, we had grown up working together, right? There was never conflict, but I realized that I stopped socializing with them, or I didn't have, like, an urge to go see them or go visit them, and I realized I didn't want that. Like, I just wanted to be their brother, not their business. I didn't wanna be their business partner. So that's when I realized, "Hey, this is okay right now, but in 20 years, like, what is this?" And I don't want that. So I
So you mean from working with them?
yes.
Mm, so you've seen them every day, so
Spend all day with them,
right.
right? And then I'm like, "I'm not gonna go to your house now after work," right? Well, it just that's what I
I see.
realized it was, and I wasn't going so that was the decision or what drove my decision to say, "Hey, I've decided I'm gonna start my own business."
That's like a pretty unique realization, I think.
Yeah, just realize, like, I know I wanna do contracting, it's what I know, I like it. I
Yeah,
had, just started doing projects, and I liked that, and, yeah, I always knew I was going to do a business, right? I guess, yeah,
yeah.
my vision had been the family business, but, uh, yeah, then did it on my own, and I mean, that was, I also was able to, in a sense, practice and not really with my own money. It was my dad's business, and I went out and
Right.
got some contracts, and I learned how I had no clue how that all worked, like the business and administrative side of it.
Mm,
So learned the game with really no risk to myself. My father had the risk. Like, I could have, lost him a bunch of money.
right.
Um, so yeah, it was a pretty easy transition to my own.
And then when you think about like actually like growing a company,
Yeah.
like growing your company, where did those skills come from? Like the actual growth part.
Yeah, I guess just a desire to keep seeing what I can do,
Mm,
and then I guess so learning how to do it, just research, really just
yeah,
research.
trial and error.
Yeah, um, I have a book, Electrical Contracting 101 is a book, right? That's just like the basics of electrical contracting, but then as far as trying to understand how it is that you can get to grow, yeah, just my own research online,
Mm,
reading about all the things that I need to be aware of.
right.
Yeah, just continual learning. I mean, the first estimate I ever did, I had scrap paper and a calculator. And I remember my older brother is an engineer. And the one day he stopped in my office and said, "Why wouldn't you use Excel?" I didn't know what Excel was. So he showed me, and he showed me how to do some simple formulas in Excel. I'm like, whoa, this is actually really cool. Right. I'm like, okay, I think I just things went exponential at that. I'm like right, the my mind was just kind of spinning there. Whoa, this is pretty cool. And yeah, then I've researched the different softwares that I could use to make things more efficient and be able to give us volume. Yeah, work at
Mm.
volume. Um, so just constantly trying to learn what I need to know about it.
It's cool, like those moments where like it's like you just know what you know, right? And then all of a sudden somebody just unlocks this door that you didn't even know was there, didn't even know
Yeah,
existed, and then just like opens these floodgates, and you're just like, what the heck?
yeah. I also right like I guess I worked in electrical contracting as a worker, let's say, for 10 years, right? And I would see things and think of like, this could be done better. You got it right. You got to do this. My father ran his business basically. If he needed to make a list, he would take his cigarettes out of his pocket and like rip the cardboard
Yeah.
and he'd make a list, right? And he'd take that to the office. And right, we would buy stuff and there was no real, it was just general, just buying supplies. And then there was no tracking of which job it was applicable to, right? It was
Mm,
he was very it sounds like I'm disparaging his processes, but he had a very successful business.
right,
He ran for decades and yeah, was very successful, but that's how he rolled,
right.
right? Well, I'm like, "No, you gotta track all this information. You have to know what all this information is." So, early on in Pentec, I was trying to figure out the different softwares that we could use to make this happen, and then I hired a guy and he wrote the code of this software that I had in my head and had dreamt up, and we have been using that for 13 years, and we just recently stopped. In fact, as recently as 2 weeks ago,
Wow.
where we onboarded a new, software, management software with integrated accounting, project management, drawing management, submit all of the functions of our company are all in one software. Yeah.
Do you right now use a lot of AI?
No,
No.
but I am, I guess, because this rollout of this new program has taken up so much of my bandwidth for
Mm,
so long, we're now functioning with it. That's my next step.
okay,
So yeah, I've taken steps, I guess. I wanted to roll it out, or I didn't know enough to know how it is that I need to implement this and
right.
what. And so, yeah, I've retained some help. And yeah, in July and August, we're going to kick the process off.
Mm.
as to how we structure it, right? Security, legal, how does this all
Right.
how do we build this correctly and learn how to build agents and yeah, you start looking at that and it becomes again, it's kind of like it goes exponential
Right.
of the possibilities.
Yeah.
But I wanted to go about it systematically and not just kind of going off in a whole bunch of different directions by different people in the company.
Just
Yeah,
kind of lock
I
one
wanted to
down
keep a
first.
rein on it.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Right, the idea that, it can just take over, I think, is a bit of a farce, right? Like, I've tried a few different things, right? We think about estimating. We spend a lot of time putting together budgets, right? Uh, right, to take a set of drawings and specifications and just dump them into AI, it's just not there.
Right.
It isn't.
Yeah.
But there's certainly parts of the process that you can get an agent to do, definitely. Yeah. Spec reviews, contract reviews.
Right.
Yeah.
Even just putting things into like Excel format, things like that.
Yeah.
It's pretty interesting because it's not something I know a lot about, but I remember sitting down with a guy last year. We're gonna do some work together. But that's one of the first things he asked me was like, what is the technology like in this industry? Uh and if I've looked into it and what um different machinery can make things run a bit smoother here, not just like the actual screen printing and embroidery stuff, but also the management stuff and things like that. And he just knew so much about AI and the different tools and stuff. I was like, holy smoke, man! Like, uh, these are actually really good questions. It's-
Yeah. Yeah, it's the buzzword out there, all right.
yeah,
Um, our new accounting system, so our all of the invoices that we receive to the company, which is a lot, the new system will, via AI, receive them, read them, and make the applicable accounting entries and file
mhm,
the document, like, without a human.
right,
Right, as long as the proper information, there's a few key pieces of information that the AI has to see, and then it can do the rest. Yeah,
that's wild,
hands off, yeah. Yeah, which is a big part of the administrative and accounting side of it is receiving all of those invoices, processing them, and paying them,
right?
and making the correct entries in the accounting system to make it all make sense. Yeah. So, yeah, that will be automated for us, it will be automated. And it will be within the next 2 months, that'll be fully.
That's exciting, eh?
Yeah. No, it is, like,
Yeah,
because, yeah, that's one person's job, basically, receiving all that information and doing with what it needs to be done. The payments aren't made automatically. Um, so, yeah, there's already, I guess, some functions of AI in our operation.
right.
I mean, the guys out in the staff that's out in the field, certainly they've been using the Canadian electrical code, right?
Mm,
Accessing that information, right? You have a situation that you're trying to determine what would the code dictate you needed to do. They're using AI to check into that.
right.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
it's pretty.
that's honestly the kind of AI that is so helpful.
Yeah.
It's so useful, and that's like how much time that saves. Not just flipping through this book and doing the math and like seeing if there's any
See if Appendix C
right.
counteracts the rule that you just
Exactly,
read.
man.
And then what about this derating from Appendix D? And then
Yeah,
everyone's gonna argue about it.
yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So It's cool. It's cool, like back to we'll do a full circle here and go
Sure.
back to
It's all Cole, it's all circular. You know that.
Yeah. But if we could figure out how, and like it wouldn't be 100%, but like we could have a system where AI does the majority of things and we can just live, you know?
Isn't that Elon Musk's idea?
I- It's
We
like,
won't have to work.
yeah.
Yeah.
And then it's like either we don't need money or, the, what's it called? Universal income thing, which is like
Yeah,
not,
the basic universal income.
yeah,
Yeah.
which is not necessarily a bad thing depending on how it's implemented, right? Because like if people can just live and and things are getting done still, it's like why not choose that?
Mhm.
You know,
Well, I mean, you know, how soon are humans humanoids,
I know
right? So,
that's terrifying
well,
too, man.
because in a sense, like we're already artificially propped up with knowledge.
Right?
We're not using,
No,
the knowledge bank that we carry around naturally. We have artificial, like a pretty sig. I mean, I guess we've always had that. We could go
but
look
now
at it,
it's
but
instant.
it's
Right?
instant, it's there, and it's also a vast, vast store of
You don't
knowledge.
have to remember anything.
No.
Like there's things that when people tell me them, I already subconsciously know I don't have to keep that in here.
Yeah.
It's like I don't need to know that ever. Like it's like I can make room for something else. you know?
But it's very real. It's like to think about like the humanoid or the robot workforce, right? Because you and I we kind of came up and grew up through when it was like that was sort of the year 2000, right? The year 2000, we're gonna have flying cars, right? But this stuff is now here, right? It's
Right.
here
Yeah.
and it's coming at us fast.
I I seen the thing on YouTube. There's like a little town in South America somewhere, and they already have like these people have like magnets in their hands, like they can, and then they can wave by like electronics, and they can do things that way, and then they got chips in there. It's like I'll find it and I'll send it to you. It's
Yeah.
it's nuts. It's actually nuts. And you can volunteer to go to this little town and get all this stuff done to you.
Why do they have magnets on their fingers?
I think it's like for the technology,
Oh,
but then also like you can like grab things and yeah, it was a weird. It was that yes theory. You know that they go and like find little weird towns, and they found
I
this
don't know
place.
about that. No. Yes theory?
Yeah,
No.
they just find little weird communities all over the world, and they found this one, and took them a while to like get into the little town because like all the people around the town they know of it, but no one's ever been inside there. And it's just a bunch of billionaires in this town doing experiments. Crazy.
So, yeah. Oh yeah, well the things that the internet get like that like hey, this is happening, right? Like that's just like our expansion, I guess, of our knowledge of what's happening.
That's all I got.
Yeah, but like the humanoid thing, like that's the thing go right because I think about like this concept of universal basic income. No one works, no one has any real purpose, right? Like any real purpose or like what's the purpose of living each day, right? Without like with humans being humans and their biological nature, it feels like they need like they will always sort themselves into a hierarchy of power and significance.
Right.
That's my like just observing humans
Yeah.
and understanding, a small piece of, say, psychology and anthropology. That's what we're animals, and animals kind of it's the fight for survival. It's the
But I think that would still happen, but it would happen differently because we wouldn't be putting 8 to 12 hours of our time into making money.
Mhm,
We'd be putting it into the things that we're good at. So the people who are good at building would become better at building. The
mhm,
people who make technology would become better at like it'd be like the thing you're good at is the thing you'd put your time into. Whether that's art, whether that's
mhm.
music, whether that's whatever it is, like how many people are
What incentivizes them to do that?
I think it's in us. I think we are creators.
Mm. Because why do we work now, right? Like, why do we work now as non-humanoids, as just humans, or without access to all the technology that, like, we don't need money,
Right.
right? What motivates us to work and strive to get ahead, right? There's a survival drive, right? Like, we just need to survive.
Yeah. Well, I
But let's
think
say what makes us reach beyond the bare basics of survival? A small home that provides adequate shelter from the weather and elements that would kill you,
right.
and then some sufficient food, right? My theory on it is, right, the drive to work, to perform, to get, yeah, it's survival, but it's also to place yourself in a hierarchical position
Mhm.
without maybe even us consciously realizing that.
Right. Yeah. I think you're right.
Yeah. Oh, I know I'm right. Nah, just kidding. Edit
No,
that part out.
heck no. I like I it's interesting because of where we're at. Like when you think of a hierarchy,
Mhm.
we are at the top. Even if you're at the bottom, you're at the top of the world.
You're talking generally like, the life forms?
Right.
Yeah.
It's like we have it so good here. Even the people who don't have it good have it better than 90% of the world, 95% of the world.
Oh, you're talking here in Saskatoon.
Or just like Canada in
Yeah,
general,
Canada generally,
you
yes.
know?
Yeah.
So it's like I think some people have drive, but other people don't like have that positional drive because they already have it, you know?
Like, some people don't have that drive because they already have what they need to be content.
Right. And I think everybody's drive is obviously different. So it's like some people would sacrifice their day to day for something else, you know?
Yeah. The
It'd be interesting to see how the structure would play out if that universal came into play. If it would just go down or if things would go up.
down. Just go right straight in the toilet.
You think?
I think so. I think, well, that's like the utopian I see it as it's a pursuit of this utopian where everyone's equal.
Hmm.
That's communism.
Right.
But that's fine if everyone's equal, but there's still gonna be someone that's not. Someone,
Yeah.
because that's the human part of it, and they're gonna be in power
But I don't think everyone would be equal.
with that universal thing, with
Yeah.
the universal income
Because I think everyone would have their home and food taken care of or whatever.
in communism. That's the idea.
But then,
You don't have to worry about your house. You don't have to worry like the
yeah.
government gives it to you.
But then there'd be other hierarchies, you know?
Absolutely. Like it's just so like
Like
it's the natural world.
when I think of my kids,
Yeah.
I just want them to get good at whatever they want to get good at.
Mhm.
Whether that's a sport or maybe it's an art or maybe it's building, whatever. And I don't want them to necessarily have to do something because of money. Like put 60% of their life into something just for money when they could put 80% of their life into something that they're very passionate about. I think if everyone could put 80% of their life into something that they're passionate about, it'd be a different structure. It'd be a different world. We would live longer. We would create things. I think it would go positively. But I'm also a very positive thinker. I think the best of every situation. But I think we would have more time to for that, like the people that can build, create, help would be able to put their time efficiently into that. Because even the people that are doing that, they're not doing it out of passion. They're doing it to make money. So now they're like, okay, I don't want to step on any toes. I don't want to do this to the best of my ability. I have to do it to the company's ability. I have to do it like this. I have to do it because this guy's my boss and this guy's watching me over here. And I can't say this and I can't say that out loud. I'm just going to stay in this. And it's like, even though I'm doing something I maybe love, I'm not doing it the way I love to do it, and I think that isn't great.
Are you describing communal living? Or
I don't
that
know what I'm
yeah.
describing.
Well, or and that's I guess, but that's kind of like money isn't part of the equation. It's just kind of surviving and functioning,
Yeah, but I don't know if that's even a possibility anymore.
the communal style of life.
Yeah, like money not being a factor. But it looks like we're moving that way more than like when I think of like the olden days when everyone just had their own business and like there was still money involved. Obviously, people traded in, but like this family was like owned the farm and this one owned the restaurant, and then people like trade services, and it's kind of like the way we're going now, where it's like being an employee is the least beneficial, whereas like being a business owner is the most beneficial.
Oh, for sure.
So it's like, and then with AI taking jobs, it might just come down to everyone owning their own little business and trading services.
Well, there's a new currency, which is attention.
Mm, that's true too.
Like imagine you can have a business as a kid talking into a mic or creating content or videos that people like to look at.
Right.
You can actually become fabulously wealthy doing that
Yep.
if you get the right content. So I have not entered that
Yeah.
economy or
Right.
industry. Struggle with it a little bit.
Mm.
I have social media for Pentec on LinkedIn. So Pentec has a LinkedIn, and I also have a LinkedIn, which I actually got quite a few years ago, but wasn't really active on it. But I've made a few different starts, like attempts to become relevant, let's say, online with a presence. And content creation, work in progress. Takes time.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Work in progress, yeah. It can yeah, I like, it's free. Obviously, I recognize, I mean, it's very cheap. It's literally free. I have
Right.
the camera on my phone, I can make a bit of content, and I can pop it out there and done. I don't need a marketing agency or a yeah, fancy $10,000 camera to make the clip, but
And depending on the industry, right? Because like for boxing, that's how I've done all my marketing.
yeah,
It's just my boxers are working out. I take a little video, post it,
done.
do that 2 or 3 times a week, 30-second video, or it's just like simple marketing
Yeah, very simple.
and free, like you said. Obviously, the
Well, imagine, right? I have my electrical contracting 101 book, hardcover, like, okay, sit down and read all this stuff. You can put together in seconds a business plan, the financial model, the forecasting of a business, right? In a region, in a sub market, right? You can drill into those level of particulars. I've done a few of my dream businesses of like, what would it take for me to do this, which is farming.
mm,
Because I don't like farming means planting and harvesting and having some livestock, but okay, there's a money side to this. What kind of capital do you need? What kind of revenues can you generate on the average, right? What are the things that you need to be the contingencies you need to allow for, the cash flows? AI spits it all out at you.
yeah,
Like, you wanna run a farm? Okay, this is what you gotta do. This is how or what you need, right? Obviously, we can't trust it fully, but run that by an advisor. All right, let's go.
right. I probably use it every day, I would think.
But actually, there's the flip side of that. If you think my daughter was becoming entrepreneurial this summer, was going to start, she was going to start selling sodas at the like fairs, have a little pop up
Mm,
selling these dirty sodas. Got scammed, which I'm like, after going back and looking through everything, I was convinced it was some sort of, they were using AI to generate their responses to her, but she registered on a very legit Facebook site to she registered a booth for a fair in a small town. And as the date was getting closer and closer, realized, hey, something's off here. And they weren't responding. And then that's when I intervened and checked in with the town administrator. And like, yeah, we soon realized it was a scam,
mm,
which yeah, and then when I went back and checked her email threads of where she was responding back and forth, and I was like, yeah, this has definitely been written by ChatGPT, the responses to her email.
right.
So whether that was a scam being run via AI,
Wow.
yeah, I guess with every technology, there's a good and bad use for it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I seen somewhere where it's like as the years go on,
yeah.
everything you see online, it's just gonna be AI speaking to AI, and it's like none of it's gonna be people talking to people. It's like you read something, you reply with AI. Now it's just AI talking to AI, acting like people talking to people. I was like, that's crazy to think about.
I had a resignation letter sent to me from an employee that was resigning, moving on, and I got the letter, and I'm like, I'm impressed. Now, like, hang on. I typed into ChatGPT, "Write me a letter of resignation from Pentec Energy," and it spit out the almost exact same verbiage
No
copy.
way.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Makes sense. But hey, guy's like, I don't really need. I don't know really how to string these words together well.
Right.
Yeah,
Wild.
yeah, just a young guy, right?
Mm.
Didn't have the, but he had a tool to use.
It's crazy even how you can use those programs like ChatGPT to like dive into things that you have no understanding about. Like you can almost like warm it up to your
Yeah,
conversation. It's it's like you can like prompt it and like guide it, even like something you don't know anything about. You could ask it something like, if you knew nothing about this and wanted to find out, what are some questions you would ask you? And then it'll just give you a list of questions, and you probably don't even understand those questions that it's asking. And then you just ask it those questions. And it's like, if you have no information in this area, now you do. And it's just like that is such a wild tool.
yeah, it'll be very impactful
Hmm.
to humanity,
Or not.
or not,
Yeah.
or not. It is not for us to know.
Mhm. Well, we're an hour and a half into this thing.
You calling it?
Yeah, that was good. Good
That
little,
was a podcast.
yeah.
That's how podcasts go. Well,
How was it?
that was good.
Yeah, easy.
Easy, yeah. No, I guess kind of once it's rolling, you kind of forget that you're
Yeah, and like obviously we've known each other for a long time now, and we always have good conversations. So when I think about these, like sometimes I come and do one with somebody that I've never met before.
yeah.
I'm thinking, I wonder how this is gonna go. I wonder how much I'm gonna have to lead and how much they're gonna story tell and whatever. But like for someone who I know, and I know that like we just talk easily, like we could just sit and talk for hours. I knew that this was gonna be simple.
I thought maybe we'd be smoking cigars.
Why?
Well, that's what they do on the Joe
Oh
Rogan
yeah,
podcast.
yeah. I should have brought some smelling salts.
Yeah, something. No, I
Well,
really enjoyed that. I
good.
did.
Well, does anything you want to end off with? Any shout outs or any words of wisdom?
Wisdom. Well, keep on keeping on. Will be the advice I'll give to the listening audience.
Yeah,
Uh, yeah, just keep on keeping on, and what happens tomorrow will happen.
right on.
So I appreciate you having me. I really do. I appreciate knowing you, having gotten to know you. And I was thinking actually when I was driving here, by my by coal being coming into my life, I've actually experienced several new things. Podcast,
Mm,
but went to right being at a pro fight boxing event, generally the boxing world. Um, and then so yeah, there's like three things that you brought into my life, and so I
mm.
really appreciate having you as a friend. Yeah, you're a great dude.
Thank you, thank
Yeah,
you. Yeah, I think the feeling's mutual. You know, you're somebody that's like for one, like I said, for we always have something to talk about.
yeah,
I feel like we're pretty like-minded in a lot of ways. Like our core values, anyways. You know, which put the things that we differ on kind of in the same line, anyways. So then we can talk about almost anything. We have a lot of things in common, and I really appreciate seeing the things you've built and the things you've created and picking your brain on those things and seeing you always, you know, even with boxing, how you come to the gym and show up at the gym, I know is how you show up everywhere, which is just like a hard worker, willing to learn, willing to like grind out the hard work. And I think that's kind of a good representation of who you are.
Well, thank you. I miss that boxing gym. I genuinely just I miss it. I do. That was very impactful to my life, actually. That period of training.
Hmm.
Yeah, and the benefits it brought to my life. Yeah. So
Oh,
I told you I had a diagnosis on my right shoulder now.
okay. What's the next step?
I put the, report from the, ultrasound into ChatGPT.
Okay. That's the next step.
It's the doctor. I did. I took it off the webpage there, SAS Health, copied it, put it in, poof. It gave me a recommended
Okay.
treatment. It's recommending mostly physiotherapy and or some sort of invasive procedure, like going in orthopedically and repairing some. I'm leaning towards that, but
I
anyway,
would do that.
I've made a step
Heck
in
yeah.
the repair process.
So you'll be back.
It would be great.
Yeah.
It would be.
Get you in that ring. Heck yeah.
That was the goal, and I was so close.
Yeah.
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 I felt ready. Right, I was just eager.
You
Let's
were
go.
pumped. Yeah.
I was confident, right? I had done enough sparring that the nerves had disappeared.
Right.
So I remember the first time getting like, "What the heck?" Right? Boom!
Yeah.
Took a shot off the forehead. Never saw that coming. That's a little different than working on the bag.
Heck
So
yeah.
anyway, I just enjoyed that so much, and I
Yeah.
hope to enjoy it again.
You will, man.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
Awesome.